Hey, it's Deborah Atkinson, host of Flipping 50 TV and the Flipping 50 podcast. And I'm here to show you a series of 4 simple stretches that are great for hip mobility. So chances are, if you have either some problems with your knees or lower back issues, your hips, and most of us do, need some mobility and flexibility and range of motion. So I'm going to help you get to those right now in a more gentle way. And so I'm going to have you lie on your back, either on the floor or on a firm surface. So a bed is not necessarily going to be your best friend right now. A tabletop or stretching table, physical therapy table would be ideal if you can access one of those. So I'm going to show you this leg first. I'll do the other leg with you too. So lie on the floor. Go ahead and take your shoes off so you can move a little bit better. Do this one with me. What you want to be feeling is that your shoulders and your head and neck are very comfortable. You're going to bring just one knee toward your chest. Hold it in, straight in. And while you're doing that, I want you to think about reaching the other leg away from you. So as important as pulling this one in to stretch through the glutes, the hamstrings, and a little of the lower back is stretching here, stretching this one away through the hip flexor. Now with that, what I want you to do is to bring it outside, just a little bit more to the outside, so you're reaching it toward the shoulder. Same one, it's not crossing your body, but it's coming a little bit more to the outside. That's going to change the stretching here, but don't let this leg pull up. See what's happening to me? I have to reach consciously down and away. Now I'm getting a better stretch, not just through this leg, but through this one, through the hip flexor. And you may feel it more there. Good. So from here, what you're going to do is take it across your body. Okay. Totally lost my train of thought. To the shoulder. Tree. From here, what I'm going to do is drop that leg back down, and you're going to essentially do a tree pose in yoga while you're on the floor. So I've just put the sole of my foot against my inner thigh here, and you'll see this better when I'm doing the opposite leg. And I'm letting that leg fall out to the side. What you want to be careful of is, as that leg goes out to the side, not to let your hip over here pull up. Keep it on the floor or the ground. And you're opening up, just feeling a good stretch through that inner thigh. If you're tight, you're probably feeling a pretty significant stretch. Don't ask me how I know that. Then you're going to support yourself, bring it back in. Then knee comes back in, doesn't have to be super tight, and then you're going to cross it over you to the opposite side. So you're getting a good spine rotation here too. That knee comes down, but what's really important is that both my shoulder blades stay on the floor or the ground. Try to stay way open. Reach that leg down and away. Eyes are up. And nice, easy, deep breathing. Exhale out. All right, bring that leg back in, and let's do the other side. So do it with me. The leg comes first into the chest. Just a good stretch here, happening through your hamstrings, potentially through the glutes. And as the lower back gets pushed to the floor, you may feel a stretch there as well. Do keep your shoulders down, your neck relaxed. You're not lifting, you're not looking up. If you're more comfortable on the ground with your head elevated under a towel or a pillow, make sure you're doing that. Now, go ahead and pull that leg out to the side. So it comes a little bit more toward your shoulder, not just into your chest, but you're opening it a little, so you've got a little bit more inner thigh stretching going on here. But remember this leg, right? It's got to be active. It's not on vacation over here. Keep it reaching away from you. So you're really helping yourself opening up your hips here. And then from here, we're going to drop it down. This is the sole of your foot on the inside of that leg, and allow your knee to fall out to the side. So there's no pushing, you're not putting pressure there. Just allow it to come out to the side without allowing this hip to lift up. So keep it down, keep it squared away, open through the hips, and you're in good shape here. Arms out, try to relax through it. And if you are extremely tight, you might want a pillow right under that leg. Last but not least, you're going to bring that one up, comes across you, and then the opposite hand pulls it while this hand comes back down. So I want to try to keep that shoulder blade down on the ground. So I want to open up the hips somewhat, but I'm really here getting into a little rotation through that lower back. So I'm a little tight right now. So my knee normally would come down on the floor, but I haven't been working on this one, so it's a little bit tight, still up. So this area right here is getting a good stretch in rotation and apparently needs it for one of us. So again, check in, shoulder blades down and flat, eyes are up, bring that hip across you. And then just hold that. 30 seconds to a minute is a good time to hold the stretch. Try not to be pushing. Just let yourself relax into the stretch. Gravity will do the work, and the muscles actually will let go in more of a trusting that nobody's going to put them in a compromised position. And then once your time is up, bring it back into the center, and then relax. And that's a great exercise to do any day. Just give yourself a little time before you wake up, before you do any of those big stretches. But other than that, the rest of the day is fair game. And I'll see you on the flip side.